Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019. Please remain standing for the posting of the colors and for the singing of the national anthem. Members of the Chandler High School's Air Force JROTC will post the colors, and I am proud to introduce ACP senior Julia Rome, who will be singing the national anthem this evening.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Heather Osborne, the Assistant Principal at ACP Erie, and on behalf of the faculty and staff, welcome to this evening's commencement ceremony. I would like to thank our distinguished guests that are here to celebrate the class of 2019 with us this evening. From the governing board, Mrs. Barb Mosden is joining us and will be distributing your diplomas. And from the district administration, Assistant Superintendent of K-12 Education, Dr. Wendy Nance, is in attendance. Thank you to you both for so much for joining us tonight and for all that you do for the Chandler Unified School District and for our school. I am very pleased to introduce our student body president, Ms. Caitlin Starks. Caitlin is the epitome of school spirit and all it means to be a knight. Please join me in welcoming Caitlin Starks.
Good evening, and welcome to Class of 2019's commencement ceremony. We are all very excited that you can join us this evening and celebrate our graduation from high school. As for my own family, you have held me up these past 13 years of education, and I cannot thank you more. To the people I've grown alongside for these 4 or even 6 years, it was yesterday that we were confronted by vulnerability as our stories were laid out in the middle of Mr. Rumsey's feather circle. On Mondays, we were joined with Carla Zeus, and we walked into Mrs. Glassmeyer's room to dissect a pig for our first time. Yesterday, we couldn't discern preterite from imperfect in Spanish. Our friends tried to sign the pledge every day, and some of us even Christmas caroled in Mandarin until our faces turned bright red. Yesterday, we rolled bowling balls around a basketball court to learn about motion, and we came home hand-stained from tie-dye with an AP US history book under our arms. Yesterday, we chose to fight or to not fight senioritis. We led clubs and teams to successes never achieved before, and we walked out of our home of 4 or 6 years and arrived here today. Today, we enjoy what ACP has given us. ACP provided opportunities found nowhere else, and that is irrefutable. Where a principal says at the start of every single year that his door is open all the time. Where you can make varsity your freshman year and carry your team to championships. Where everyone knew each other in the halls. Where you aren't left to your own devices to find the best college fit. Where you can lead a club your junior year. Where any teacher will stay after school if you just ask for the help you need. Where there was a place for everyone. ACP became a home where every need expressed was filled and every want expressed was encouraged if only you put in the work. Our home gave us shelter and opportunities and a world in which to be encapsulated in. But today we are no longer protected by the armor of knights. We step into tomorrow, the real world, where 9/11 occurred, where the Zika virus lives, where school shootings seem to happen at least once a week, where the longest government shutdown in US history just occurred. This is tomorrow, where we break out of our comfort zone of 850 students, where we are greeted with issues that cannot be answered A, B, C, or D. Tomorrow we stand prepared to confront this new world. Tomorrow we fight devastation as we dealt with this feeling through close games lost only by a point. Tomorrow we battle regret, but we are prepared as we endured undesirable grades as a result of poor time management. Tomorrow we all share unity as we've cheered our loudest, S-S-S-E-N, I-I-Iowa, S-E-N, Iowa, C. It is tomorrow nights that we demonstrate our perseverance, which we are no stranger to, as it's what's brought us onto the stage tonight. As Lyndon Johnson professed, yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. Yesterday we learned together, today we walk together, and tomorrow we win together. As Noah Murphy said in the funeral of our senior lives, thank you for always making me feel happy each and every day and like someone wanted me on this campus. Class of 2019, I will never forget you. Please welcome the girl with the best laugh on campus, the greatest smile, who has dedicated her life to ACP not only in student government, but also in basketball. Your senior, Caitlin Burke.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. or being hated, don't give way to hating. Yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all of your winnings, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. If, by Rudyard Kipling. This poem was given to me by Miss Rumsey last year. Little did he know that at the time, I was struggling with figuring out who I was and who I wanted to be. I'm sure most of you have experienced the same feeling, at least once during your time in high school. When we had tests, homework, sports, work, family, and a social life, it was hard at times to make time for ourselves and make sure we were happy with ourselves as people. Despite our hard times, I know that we've each found ourselves and found where we are happiest. Being at ACP has allowed us to find clubs, sports, and extracurriculars that have supported our interests and lives throughout these past 4 years. Some of us have been able to start or be the foundation of some of our newer programs, such as speech and debate, football, She's the First, DECA, and sustainability, to name a few. The memories created in all of our sports and clubs will stay with us for a lifetime. We won't forget how the close games we won, or the late nights planning events. We won't forget how someone helped us in a time of need, or how we couldn't stop laughing at a joke. We won't forget how finals and AP tests kept us up at night, and we won't forget walking out of our last dance. But most importantly, we won't ever forget the impact this school has had on us, and the lasting friendships we have created. If we leave here today thinking about our past, remembering our shortcomings and our achievements, if we stay true to ourselves, not letting our environment change us, if we pursue our passions and follow our dreams, never allowing non-believers to shake our confidence, I tell you, we will be successful. Congratulations, class of 2019. It is my pleasure to introduce a student who has been successful in and out of the classroom, Evie Jimenez. Evie embodies what it means to be a true knight in our community by spreading her positive and kind nature to everyone she meets. Please welcome Evie Jimenez.
Congratulations. Today is our day. We're off to great places. We're off and away. We have brains in our head and feet in our shoes. We can steer ourselves in any direction we choose. For years, ACP Knights and family, we have endured the homework, lifted the weights, and counted the seconds as the curtains rose. And we're here. Some of you may be tacking on, at last. Yet we've known all along that the work won't end. The learning won't stop. The calamities of life won't simply slip into oblivion. We have reason to celebrate, but it's also time to practice precisely what we have been preaching this entire school year. pursue our passions. Seniors, it's no secret that we have some of the most brilliant minds of the rising generation among us. How and why is this? Because, to quote a common maxim, on giants' shoulders tall we stand. Can you imagine who we would be without wise parents, grandparents, siblings, coaches, friends, teachers, and religious figures? Can you conceive how different this room might appear tonight if those individuals had not first planted the seeds of our curiosity, taken our hand when our best was not enough, and listened to the good, the bad, and everything in between? Now that we know who we are and who we want to become, as adventurers, it's time to hop in our car tinkers and zoo honkers and go. It's time to act. Many of you will remember Mrs. Novak's 7th grade address to the student body. Her poignant message has stuck with me. Look up. Look up from your phone. I'm going to pause on that one. Look up and see your family, your blessings. Make eye contact. Smile at someone. Looking down, we run the risk of becoming self-centered, aloof, or lonely. We pass up opportunities to talk to the very people who sit beside or in front of us. We miss the people we could love and help, and we become hopelessly lost. As captured in Oh, the Places You'll Go, quote, "We'll get mixed up, of course, as we already know. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act." Close quote. As we look up, may we avoid the temptation to look to the sides. As a runner, I know in that moment that you look to the sides, your form deteriorates, and it could have been that defining moment. You lose the capacity to look up, ahead, at your goal, or to watch out for others so that you could help. Beware of distraction, of apathy, of looking down, behind, or to the sides. Now, don't get discouraged if you fall short either. It can be exhausting to give so much of yourself and know that it may not connect 100% of the time with people, dreams, careers, and relationships. Dr. Seuss reassures us here too. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. And he doesn't end there. His next statement is the boldest yet. Kid, you'll move mountains. Excuse me? Mountains? I remember looking at the picture in this children's book with such intimidation and excitement. That tiny little kid in yellow had that rope slung over his shoulder, a literal mountain in tow. I didn't realize until years later that moving a mountain takes a shovel and a lot of diligence. Sometimes moving mountains looks more like being with a friend in their darkest hour, or picking up the slack when you already have your hands full. It looks like staying up a little longer with a sibling who needs a little extra love, or helping out when you might not be recognized for it. Sometimes moving a mountain looks like looking up. Go figure. And I know we've all done it, and we'll do it again and again. I have heard mountains being moved as Mrs. Patterson comforts a disconsolate student. I've seen mountains crumble before the intrepid confidence of my coaches. And I felt the mountains being lifted from my shoulders to be carried by my family and friends as we worked or cried together. Fellow knights, fellow mountain movers, may we never stop looking up, taking one more step, and seeking the very real potential each and every one of us possesses. For the last time tonight in this school year, even of our high school careers, allow me to end with the words of Dr. Seuss. Be your name Ashley or Sarah or Nathan or Abby or Orkhan or Christian, Iman or Sitlali, you're off to great places. Today is the day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Parents and seniors, it is now my privilege to introduce to you a very special individual, one who has given of time and talents and self more than just this year. I've struggled to find the words to adequately convey the depth of love and gratitude we feel as a senior class toward her selfless disposition. We will forever be her kiddos. It is therefore my honor to give the floor to one of the greatest mountain movers I know. Please join me in welcoming to the podium our beloved friend and faculty member, Mrs. Kristen Patterson.
She's out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, senior class of 2019. To my amazing seniors, I am so proud of your accomplishments this year. I have watched tremendous growth in you and seen you bloom into the amazing young adults you are today. You've come a long, long way. Now, I want you to think back to the very beginning of your senior year. Think back to that first week you came back to campus, knowing all your peers, 8th graders, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors were all looking up to you. I remember that week very well. You told me how you felt like you didn't measure up, how you felt insecure and nervous that you couldn't pull off something as a class because you were too divided, that you were being compared to the class of 2018 and were not as smart as they are because they always seem to have it all together. Yet you began the first day of your senior year together as a unit, as a collective whole, in front of the entire student body, and taught each of us a lesson, over 800 of us a lesson about you. What lesson did you teach, you ask? You taught us through a little book titled The Rainbow Fish, that although you may be uniquely different from one another, you quickly learn the importance of sharing and accepting others for their differences and coming together as a whole. You made the moral of that story come true this year. Just look at what you have accomplished. Students in your class have received the National Honor Society Scholarship, received the District AAA Award, won the Judge's Choice Award for paintings displayed at the Heard Museum, won multiple state, regional, and national DECA awards, displayed their musical talent in the Southwest Regional Orchestra and the Southwest Regional Band, competed in the National Circuit Debate Tournament at Columbia University, took home trophies from Spring at Cheer and Palm Tournament, and so much more. These accomplishments and your character are how you will be remembered at ACP. Now, you may always remember AP Chemistry for molarity, mold day, and tie-dye shirt making in the most fabulous lunchroom around. But Mr. J will always remember you as students who are extremely generous and charismatic. Must be all those fun lunches. Mrs. Nass' class may be remembered by you as the cool science room where you watched many fascinating, informative videos and admired the fun, strange, and somewhat grotesque creatures. But she sees the class of 2019 as future entrepreneurs. Mrs. Bunch will always be thought of you fondly as a teacher you can always confide in, the one who will always listen to you, and the one who helped guide you to organize an entire school assembly and tour of our school for our new students. And she will always think of the class of 2019 as the students who are free-spirited, unique risk-takers, and survivors of the Oregon Trail. And although you might remember me as the one who always fed you, or your school mom, I will always keep you close to my heart, for you are the class who made me proud. My kiddos who put their noses to the grindstone and worked diligently to get high scores on all those AP practice exams, and excelled at extensive technical writing projects like Shark Tank. Now, I didn't say you weren't procrastinators. In fact, I think you all mastered that with me your sophomore year. Or that you actually read all of Brave New World. Or completed the revision process in tech writing, saying during soccer season, volleyball season, football season, or any other outside class responsibility you had. But what you did do was provide amazing college-level insight into our class discussions and displayed your incredible innovation and talents with our projects throughout the school year. So when you look back on your high school career, don't look back and think of yourselves as kids who didn't measure up. Many successful people were told the same and proved to the world just how amazing they are. Walt Disney was viewed as lacking imagination and someone who never had any good ideas, so he was fired as a writer from the Kansas City Star. And as you know, those innovative skills are enjoyed by millions every single year as they set foot on one of his many Disney parks. He went on to receive a doctorate of fine arts, won 7 Emmys, 22 Oscars, and created our beloved Mickey Mouse. Oprah Winfrey was deemed too emotional when she worked as a news anchor. The producer of the TV news station was so fed up with her that he fired her. She later went on to receive 39 Daytime Emmy Awards, 7 for Outstanding TV Host, 9 for Outstanding Talk Show, and many, many more. So you see, many successful people were told they didn't measure up, but they kept pushing on and challenging themselves and persevering, just like you guys have done all year. After all, you, the senior class of 2019, won the battle of the classes third quarter and rocked that assembly with your senior chant, coming together to dominate the Snapchat battle and joining together in a tug-of-war. When we tell you to reach for the impossible and be extraordinary, we are telling you to persevere no matter what adversity may stand in your path. Your parents, friends, and family will be cheering you on in your journey in life, but always remember that only you can make your dreams come true. I know your dreams for your future. They are big dreams, outstanding goals you have set for yourself. You are our future bilingual educators, nuclear engineers, biomedical engineers, aeronautical engineers, cellular biologists, criminologists, social workers, nurses, doctors, cyber intelligence and security workers, and much more. We know you will be the movers and shakers of this world in which we live, and I have no doubt, your teachers and administrators have no doubt, your friends and family have no doubt, that you will meet these amazing goals you set for yourself in this life. You will make your dreams come true. You are amazing, and you will be truly extraordinary, just as you are today. Congratulations, class of 2019. I love you, kiddos. At this time, I would like to welcome back our amazing, dedicated, hardworking principal, Mr. Bickus, back to the podium to address the seniors.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this moment. Well, your moment, really. The class of 2019's moment, when we recognize your accomplishments. The moment that we reflect on your past and look forward to your future. And in a few minutes, the moment when we will be celebrating your walk across this stage, watching you receive your high school diploma. What a moment that will be for you, for your family, for your teachers, and our school community. A precious moment to remember and to cherish. I've had the opportunity to attend several award ceremonies and a graduation these past few days, and I was reminded at one of those ceremonies that life is made up of moments, and the importance of focusing on those that are right in front of you. Like a movie in your mind, moments flash back instantaneously, often without any warning or premonition. They are just there, and they can flood your memory in an instant. Life is, after all, about memories and moments, moments and memories. However, in the hustle and bustle of the world in which we live, we all often overlook those moments that are right in front of us because we are too focused on the next best thing. In fact, just this morning, I thought to myself, well, tomorrow at this time, graduation will be over and it will be time for me to get ready for next year. I was already focusing on the next instead of simply focusing on the here and now, the present. This moment, which is so special. This moment, which finds me so proud of each of you. This moment, just this moment. So as we celebrate this last moment together, I challenge each of you to focus on the present, cherish the opportunity to be in the now, and relish in the occasion that is before you each and every day. If we all take the time to step back, take a breath, and appreciate the now, we will all find we have so much to be grateful for. I am so grateful, class of 2019, to have each of you in my life over the past several years. While I must admit that I know some of you better than others, you all need to know that you have made a mark on my heart and on our school. You've had many incredible accomplishments throughout your high school adventure, and some very interesting days and some drama. But the moments that I was fortunate to share with the class of 2019 will be among my favorite for years to come. And for that, I thank you. I remember the first time I met you visiting your English class. I knew right away that your class was full of personality, and I was right. I will remember the honest conversations, sometimes more than I really wanted to know, that you shared. I will remember the pride that your class took in being knights. I will always remember the first week of school that you put together this year. I will remember the class chant that you said so proudly in the gym. And of course, I will remember our last Friday together when we said goodbye in the gym. So as we celebrate our final moment together, remember to always be in the present. Celebrate and be grateful for what is in front of you. And don't forget to always listen to your heart and pursue your passion. I wish you the absolute best class of 2019, and I cannot wait to see what life adventures are waiting for you beyond our school's walls. Thank you for all the moments and for all the memories, and congratulations on an outstanding high school career. This is the really exciting part. Dr. Nance, Governing Board Member Barb Mosden. As principal of Arizona College Preparatory Erie, I certify that the students seated before us have fulfilled the requirements for graduation established by the state of Arizona and the Chandler Unified School District Governing Board. It is my pleasure to, at this moment, present to you the class of 2019.
Diego Kyle Lobo Iris. Faisal Mohammed Al Hassan. Angel Sarah Elias. Jad Al Sheikh. Alexis Marissa Alvarez. Aseta Amal. Bronson Trey Bach. Ivan Ignacio Barba Renteria. Christian Nieto Bermudez. Brooke Lorraine Betsui. Adrian David Botha. Christopher Lloyd Boyd. Maxime Brault. Emily Paria Bro. Caitlin Burke. Nicole Diane Carmiol. Eva Richie Chen. Blaze Thomas Dalton. Audrey Marin Daly. Caitlin Sierra DeBolt. Danielle J. DeVoy. Timothy James Donovan. Connor John Dozman. Orkun Inktuvshin. Alana Tucker Erickson. Mark Antonio Estrada. Lauren N. Fettis. Alex K. Foster. Taryn Ella Foster. Chloe J. Fung. Anise Renee Garcia. Gabriela Elena Garcia. Ashley N. Gaskin. Micaiah Eden Gerstner. Ethan Duke Giraldo. Aaron J. Goldschmidt. Rachel Stella Goldschmidt. Mackenzie Audrey Hansen. Melanie I. Haas. Michael J. Hawkins. Elias Benjamin Hernandez. Haley Hewitt. Mohamed Harani. Ryan C. Jeffers. Zachary Kyle Jimbeck. Evelyn Martina Jimenez. Elizabeth Victoria Johnson. Dylan Arman Karim. Iman Khan. Logan N. Napick. Tiana Nyi Lam. Joshua Michael Lathrop. Ariel Chitrin La. Dar Lazarus. Hyung Chi Lee. Sierra Siriratana Lavoy. Grace Victoria Lund. Sydney Wayne Lyons. Joseph Ian Maddox. Kylie Alana Mantel. Susan Elizabeth Grace Martin. Seamus Banagwa McCarthy. Jonathan Adams McDonald. Seren Zagros Mayer. Jonah Allen Mello. Kashish Mawani. Alyssa Danielle Michael. Brian Joseph Milchek. Nicholas Elliott Miller. Nolan S. Murphy. Cassidy Catherine Nessler. Justin Ton No. Alicia Lily Wynn. Hongin Lee Wynn. Solika Nien. Evan James Niemeyer. Carlson Agendia Injitung. Colin David O'Brien. Abakuk Ortiz. Samantha P. Owusu Entry. Mahir Manav Patel. Nicholas Anton Pierce. Kelsey Giselle Pisers. Cameron L. Provo. Savannah Jessica Poboziski. Rachel Ann Pulsifer. Alex James Raimondi. Leah Teresa Ramnarine. Ryan Marlon Redmond. Courtney Ellen Nicole Reynolds. Whitney Jessica Riley. Julia Lauren Rome. James Patrick Ricecamp. Piper Sierra Sanchez. Marte Serrano III. Kamal Ahad Sheikh. Sarah Sheikh. Lindsay Marie Cisneros. Megan Abigail Smith. Cole Brian Smith. Regan Ilika Sobieski. Sofia Soto Herrera. Garrett Bradley Spoor. Caitlin J. Starks. Abby Elizabeth Stovall. Daria Sukareva. Emily Patricia Taylor. Jessica Marie Towles. Pierce A. Treat. Elizabeth Michelle Tulo. Miranda Kathleen Vega. Citlali Viegas. Caroline Madeline Weitzel. Nathan Scott Yenerick. Alexandria Grace Zollinger.
Congratulations and best of luck to each and every one of you. Now we have a special treat. Seniors Jacqueline Kuru and Julia Rome put together with the support of Mr. Lindstrom, along with all the members of the senior class, a little video sharing a few memories from throughout the year. So please enjoy. Senior Class President, Aceta Amore, to the podium, as she has some final words for all of you as we wrap up today's ceremony. Congratulations again.
Good evening, friends, family, staff, and the class of 2019. Considering we've been talking about Feather Circle, allow me to share my Feather Circle, my story of how I came to be an ACP Knight. At the beginning of my high school career, I had a list of idyllic objectives that I had compiled and expected to fulfill by the end of my senior year. This list was formatted in a letter that I had written on a pink piece of Hello Kitty stationery paper. It read, "Dear 17-year-old Aceta, to begin, I'd like to say I'm really excited for high school. I love the friends I have now, and I hope you're still friends with them. By now, you would have finished IB in Ethiopia and are getting ready to go to college. I hope you stuck with track. Above all, I hope you're happy with your high school experience. Love, 8th grade summer, Aceta, smiley face." Considering that I'm standing before you all today in Chandler, Arizona, I can safely say that my letter's objectives were not accomplished. You could say that my life took a bit of an unexpected turn. At the end of my freshman year, my parents announced that my family was moving out of Ethiopia. Expectantly waiting for an exotic destination, my parents proclaimed that we were relocating our family to a bustling metropolitan city comparable to New York, the famous Chandler, Arizona. I had watched enough Wild Wild West and Mean Girl high school movies to know that this new chapter in my life would not be an easy feat, and that I would indeed be the Katie Haring of my new school. Fast forward to the first day of sophomore year, I sat in the backseat of my mom's silver car, listening to the sound of Maroon 5's This Summer drowning in the background. My mom kept peering back at me through the rearview mirror as if expecting me to either burst into tears or spontaneously combust. Hesitantly, she asked my brother and I if we were ready for our first day of school. Totally overcome with uncertainty and angst, I shakily responded, "Yeah, I'm so ready for a new beginning." That was simply a lie. I stepped out of the car with my bag strapped on my back, nervous but ready, and I walked to A101, Mr. J's honors chem class, and I made my first friend. And you could say the rest is history. When the opportunity to speak at graduation arose, I looked introspectively at my high school career. 3 years later, and I made several friends, joined a few clubs, and experienced a fast-paced whirlwind that is ACP Erie. I reflected on my days at ACP, my avid club involvement, the vivid and lively friendships, school dances with strange DJs, crazy football games, cheer nationals, tie-dye stained fingers, and a multitude of other experiences that all paint the portrait of my high school experience that resulted from an unexpected turn. And despite all the tear-caffeinated tirades, sleep-deprived episodes, bad econ grades, and the panic attacks that followed after them, I can confidently say that I'm happy and fulfilled and eternally grateful for the bonds and relationships that I have formed here at ACP. And now, as my high school career comes to a close, I'd like to write another letter, but this time to the class of 2019. Cakes, will you please join me on stage? Fourscore and 7 years ago.
What are you doing?
Dear class of 2019,
We are perhaps the most contentious class in ACP history.
at times we have driven our teachers to wit's end,
And at times we have biggered and complained.
but Mama, we made it.
And despite our doubts of coming together,
We did. We revolutionized the first day of school and changed it into a first week of events and bonding.
we attended football games and cheered until our lungs gave out.
We created Battle of the Classes only to dominate it.
We cheered for our male beauty contestants at Mr. ACP,
Led clubs,
set athletic records,
and conquered econ.
as a class with a little bit of a shaky start.
We didn't do too bad of a job.
As we grow out of dress codes
Class chants,
and familiar atmosphere
we stand ready to push the envelope once again.
and create change in a world that desperately needs it.
As a rowdy,
Opinionated,
and outspoken class,
We ran way over time in Feather Circle.
debated the social climate in Miss Lindstrom's class only to drag it on the whole day,
And we registered to vote.
as we get ready to go to college,
Be it on the other side of the country.
or here in Arizona,
We are filled with lessons, memories,
and a certain confidence that will help us pursue our respective and individual passions.
we are spirited.
We are loud,
Most of all, we are heard. Knights, as we step into our future, let us be open-minded to new people and novel experiences that we will have.
let's challenge the norms that we see unfit and welcome turns, unexpected turns, as they can result in experiences like my own,
Let's be kind,
generous,
lighthearted,
and go crazy, go stupid. We have confidence in each and every one of you,
and we are thankful to have been your student body.
and senior class president.
Hugs and kisses. Cakes and a Seda.
Good. Are you ready? Okay. Class of 2019, please stand.
Graduates, please move your tassels from left to right.
Congratulations, class of 2019. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
We did it! Congratulations, class